Hello students, today we are going to study Act 1 Scene 3 of Merchant of Venice. Before we start with the act, we should study some mythological or historical events. One of them is Nazarite, which will come in this text which we'll be studying. So Nazarite means a native of Nazareth. Jesus Christ used to live in Nazareth and he was known as Nazarene. So according to Hebrews, Nazareth is the name, Nazarite is the name which is given to the people who are consecrated to God, who are set apart and are only, you can say, devoted to God. Then comes founding publican. Founding publican we'll be studying in Act 1, Scene 3, in which this term means a Roman tax collector who used to collect taxes even from the Jews. And the Jews used to hate them a lot. Here, in this context, Shylock will be calling Antonio as a founding publican who used to spit at him in the stock exchange market and now is coming to him in order to take money for his own need. Then Jacob. Jacob, there are two stories according to Genesis. Jacob was the son of Isaac, but he was the grandson of Abraham. And legally, if thought, then his elder brother Esau was a true inheritor of his father Isaac. One day, when Isaac was old and he grew blind, he asked Esau that before I die, you go and hunt some good animal or something like that in order to prepare a tasty meal so that I will give you the blessings before I die. So Esau went off to the jungle in order to fetch some good goats or whatever animals he could find. This was heard by Rebecca, who was the stepmother of Esau, but the mother of Jacob. She wanted that Jacob should become the inheritor of Isaac. So she ordered her son Jacob to bring her two goats and she will cook a tasty meal and he would go disguised in the form of Esau to Isaac in order to take his blessing. So she prepared the meal and she kept some hairs of the sheep on his shoulder because Esau used to have a lot of hair on his body. So when he went off to his father and he offered him the meal, his father grew a little bit suspicious because his voice was not like that of Esau. But because he touched him and he found that there were hairs on his body, so he considered that he is Esau and he gave him the blessing. This is one story. The other story that we'll be studying in the text is Jacob was serving his uncle Laban. He used to look after his sheep and goats. He used to graze them. One day he asked his uncle that I'm grazing your sheep and goats, but I'm not getting any remuneration for it. So his uncle said that if the pregnant sheep they give birth to the lambs, which are spotted and striped, then all of them will be your remuneration, your reward. So he did a trick. He took some wooden logs, and when during the breeding season the sheep were standing in the sun, he kept the wooden logs in such a position that their shadow should fall on the womb of the sheep. And consequently, what happened? All the lambs which were born were all striped and spotted. Then one mythology that is devil. Devil, as we know, it is a supernatural being, just like a ghost. And here it is said that one day when Jesus Christ was passing by, he saw two men who were having some devil spirit inside them. He took out the devil spirit from them and he threw on the, you can say, group of the pigs which were eating some garbage. The pigs, they grew mad and they ran and they fell down from the hill. So here also we'll be studying about devil and founding publican. Plus we'll be studying about Nazarite and Jacob. Now let us start with Act 1, Scene 3. Act 1, Scene 3 में we are seeing that Bassanio is there with Shylock. He is having a conversation with him because he has come to Shylock in order to take a loan of 3,000 ducats from him for a period of 3 months. So Shylock says 3,000 ducats. Well, Bassanio, yes, sir, for 3 months. Shylock asks, okay, you need 3,000 ducats. Bassanio says yes, and that too for 3 months. Shylock, for 3 months, well. Bassanio, for the which, as I told you, Antonio shall be bound. So Bassanio says, yes, I need it for 3 months, and Antonio will be the guarantee for it. He will be bound to pay you the amount back. Shylock, Antonio shall become bound. Well, Bassanio, may you steed me, will you pleasure me? Shall I know your answer? Shylock said, okay, so Antonio will be the guarantee for it. Then this Bassanio asks him, will you help me in this, in the giving of the amount? Shall I expect a positive answer from you? Shylock, 3,000 ducats for 3 months and Antonio bound. Again, Shylock repeats, okay, so you need 3,000 ducats for 3 months and Antonio will be the guarantee. Bassanio, your answer to that. So Bassanio says, I need your answer whether you'll help me or not. Shylock, Antonio is a good man. Then Shylock, he on his own says, yes, I know that Antonio is a good person and that he is a man of good means. Then Bassanio, have you heard any imputation to the contrary? Bassanio says, yes, he is good. But have you heard any charges against him? That you are having some doubts or anything? Or any adverse opinion of the people towards him? Shylock, oh, no, no, no. My meaning is, in saying he is a good man, is to have you understand me that he is sufficient, yet his means are in supposition he hath an argosy bound to Tripolis, another to Indies. I understand moreover upon the Rialto. He hath a third at Mexico, a fourth for England, and the other ventures. He hath squared abroad, but ships are but boats, sailors are but men. But there be land rats and water rats, water thieves and land thieves. I mean pirates. And then there is the peril of waters, winds, and rocks. The man is notwithstanding sufficient 3,000 ducats. I think I may take his bond. Then Shylock says, no, no, I didn't mean that I have heard anything wrong about him. And you say that Antonio is there for the guarantee. So he is a good man. And yes, he is a man of great means. But presently he is at risk because all his ships have gone to different places. They are at stake. Like one is to Tripolis, Mexico, England, Indies, as I have heard at a stock exchange. But you know that ships are but ships. They are made up of wooden plank and they can be destroyed anytime. And the sailors are but men. They can also be drowned. Mistakes can be done by them. And apart from there, in the sea, there are land rats. That means land robbers. Just like land robbers, there are sea robbers also. There are sea thieves also who can, you can say, enter into the ships and you can plunder anything. So, furthermore, apart from this, there is a peril. Peril means danger of the seas and storms and the rocks to which the ships can, you can say, get collided and they can be wrecked. So, regardless of these things, Antonio himself is a good man and he is there for guarantee. I know that. And I think I should take this as a bond. Then Bassanio says, be assured you may. So Bassanio says, yes, you may do so. Shylock, I will be assured I may, and that I may be assured. I will bethink me. May I speak with Antonio? Shylock says, yes, I want to be assured. And let me think twice. I want to have a talk with Antonio. Bassanio, if it please you to dine with us. Bassanio says, yes, sure, you can talk with him. And if it pleases you, you can have dinner with us at night. Shylock, yes, to smell pork, to eat of the habitation which your prophet the Nazareth conjure the devil into. I will buy with you, sell with you, talk with you, walk with you, and so the following. But I will not eat with you, drink with you, nor pray with you. What news on the Rialto? Who is he comes here? Then Shylock says, yes, yes, you are calling me so that I may smell that dirty pork. Pork is the meat of the pig. And there was a story about Nazareth that Jesus Christ had taken out the devil spirit from the two men and he had thrown it into the herd of the pigs. And all the pigs became mad and they ran and they fell into the river. So he said that I can buy with you, I can sell with you, I can have talk with you, I can do business dealing with you, but I cannot eat with you, nor pray with you, or drink with you. Then he says that what is the news in the stock exchange and who is coming in front, who is coming from the far distance. Immediately Antonio enters. Bassanio says it is Mr. Antonio. Signor means Mr. Gentleman Antonio. Shylock, how like a founding publican he looks. I hate him for he's a Christian. But more for that in low simplicity he lends out money gratis and brings down the rate of 2 cents. Here with us in Venice, if I can catch once upon the hip, I will feed fat the ancient grudge I bear him. He hates our sacred nation and he rails, even there where merchants must do congregate, on me my bargains and my well-wont thrift, which he calls interest, curse me my tribe if I forgive. Then Shylock says he looks like a founding publican. We have discussed now in the mythology that they are the Roman tax collectors. So he says that he looks like a founding publican and he is such a man whom I hate so much because he is a Christian. And in low simplicity means in childish foolishness, he does what? He lends out money without rate of interest, due to which the rate of interest in Venice has gone down, and due to which my business also has suffered great losses. And if I can get an opportunity to trap him, then I can satisfy my ancient grudge, means whatever jealousy and anger I have in my heart for him, I can just satisfy all my grudges against him. If I get a chance to just take my revenge. Then he says that he hates our Jewish community. And in the Rialto, he has insulted me many times in front of the merchants who have always collected their congregation means collection. So all the merchants with whoever used to stand over there in the Rialto, he has insulted me in front of them. And he has also made fun of whatever I have earned taking rate of interest by the people, from the people. But if I forgive him at any moment, my tribe will never forgive me. Bassanio, Shylock, do you hear? Then Bassanio says, where are you lost? Are you hearing? Shylock, I am debating of my present store, and by the near guess of my memory, I cannot instantly raise up the gross of full 3,000 tickets. What of that? Tubal, a wealthy Hebrew of my tribe, will furnish me but soft. How many months do you desire? Rest you fair, good Signor. Your worship was the last man in our mouths. Shylock says, no, I was just calculating the amount that you were asking me. And by my calculation, I have come to know that presently I do not have that much amount in order to give you 3,000 tickets. But it doesn't matter because I have a good friend, Tubal, who is also a wealthy merchant, a wealthy Jew, from whom I can take the money and give it to you. But soft means, but wait. For how many months did you say? 3 months. Then he talks to Antonio that may God keep you lucky, good sir. And you were the man we were talking about when you came. Because the last man in our mouths means you were the person about whom me and Bassanio were talking. Antonio, Shylock, albeit I neither lend I neither lend nor borrow by taking nor by giving of access. Yet to supply the ripe wants of my friend, I break a custom. Is he yet possessed? How much he would? Antonio said, see, Shylock, although you know already that I neither borrow money nor lend money. But presently, because the requirement of my friend is of great necessity, that is why I have come to you in order to take money for him. I have to break my usual custom of neither lending money nor borrowing money. Then he is talking to Bassanio and says that has Shylock been told about your needs and what amount you require? Then Shylock, yes, he told me 3,000 rupees. Antonio, and for 3 months? Shylock, I had forgot 3 months. You told me so. Well, then you're bond. And let me see, but here you, methought, you said you neither lend nor borrow upon advantage. Shylock said, oh, I forgot. It was 3 months. You told me before. Well, then I want your guarantee, Antonio, but you said presently that you neither lend money nor borrow it, the money on interest. Then Antonio says, I do never use it. Shylock, when Jacob raised his uncle Laban's sheep, this Jacob from our holy Abraham was, as his wise mother wrought in his behalf, the third possessor. He was a third, and what of him? Did he take interest? Now here Shylock is speaking about Laban, who used to graze the sheep of his uncle. Sorry, he is talking about Jacob, who used to graze the sheep of his uncle Laban. And here he is giving a hint that his mother Rebecca had made him the third possessor of Abraham by using a clever trick. So he said that I'm telling you the story of Jacob, who had asked the remuneration from his uncle. And his uncle said, if all the lambs are spotted and striped, you will take them as your remuneration. So he had applied a trick in which he kept the wooden sticks in such a way that the shadow fell on the womb of the sheep. And it was all by chance that all the lambs were born, spotted and striped, and all became his own property. Then Antonio said that, what of him? Did he take interest? Antonio said, why are you telling me this story? Are you wanting to say that taking interest is a good thing? Or you want to say that all your wealth is like ewes and rams? Ewe is a female sheep and ram is a male sheep. Then Shylock said that no, not take interest, not as you would say, directly interest, Mark. What Jacob did when Laban and himself were compromised, that all inlings which were streaked and pied shall fall as Jacob's ire, the ewes being rank, in the end of autumn turned to the rams. And when the work of generation was between these woolly breeders in the act, the skilful shepherd filled certain vans, and in doing of deed of kind, he stuck them up before the fulsome views, who then conceiving did in evening's time fall party-colored lamps, and those were Jacob's. This was a way to thrive, and he was blessed. And thrift is blessing if men steal it not. So Shylock is telling that entire story, as I have told you, that how he had taken the wooden estates and kept in such a way that when the ewes and rams were breeding together, then the shadow of the sticks fell on the womb of the sheep. So he says that so all the lambs which were spotted and striped were taken up by Jacob as his wages of service. So this was a way that he became prosperous, and so he was fully rewarded. Then Antonio says, this was a venture, sir, that Jacob served for, a thing not in his power to bring to pass, but swayed and fashioned off by hand of heaven. Was this inserted to make interest good, or is your gold and silver ewes and rams? So Antonio says, this was a business dealing between Jacob and his uncle Laban. And whatever he got as a reward, the spotted sheep, lambs, the spotted and striped, was not in his hands. It was all destined and was written only by the will of God, that he got all his reward in the form of spotted and striped sheep, lambs. So, would you like to tell that taking interest is a good thing by this story? Or you would like to say that all your wealth is like ewes and rams? Then Shylock says, I cannot tell. I make it breed as fast, but note me signor. Shylock says, well, I do not know, but I want to tell you that I can develop money, multiply money many times, just like the sheeps, the ewes and rams. Then Antonio, mark you Bassanio, the devil can cite a scripture for his purpose, an evil soul producing holy witness is like a villain with smiling cheek, a goodly apple rotten at the heart, oh what a goodly outside falsehood hath. Then Antonio says to Bassanio, you should note this, Bassanio, that how can a devil, a cruel-hearted Jew, take the quotes from the Bible and tell you the story in order to justify himself, because this story was from Genesis of Bible. So he says that see how this devil has taken up the scriptures or the quotes from the Bible in order to justify himself, and an evil-minded person quotes from a holy book is just like a good apple which looks fresh from outside but is rotten from inside. And falsehood has always an attractive appearance. Whenever you are attracted towards the appearance of such a person, then you are always trapped in falsehood. Then Shylock, 3,000 ducats, this a good round sum. 3 months from 12, then let me see the rate. Then Shylock says, okay, let me calculate. You want 3,000 ducats for 3 months and out of the 12 months. So let me calculate the rate of interest. Then Antonio says, well, Shylock, shall we be beholding to you? Antonio says, shall we expect a positive answer from you? Shylock, Signor Antonio, many a time and oft in the Rialto you have rated me about my monies and my offences, still I have borne it with a patient shrug. For sufferance is the badge of all our tribe. You call me misbeliever, cutthroat dog, and spit upon my Jewish gabardine, and all for use of that which is mine. Well then, it now appears you need my help. Go to them, you come to me, and you say, Shylock, we would have monies. You say so, you that devoid, overwhelm upon my bed, and put me, as your sperm, a stranger cur, over your threshold. Money is your suit. What would I say to you? Should I not say, hath a dog money? Is it possible a cur can lend 3,000 ducats? Or shall I bend low and in a bondman's scheme, with bated breath and whispering humbleness, say this, fair sir, you spit on me Wednesday last, you spurned me such a day another time, you call me dog, and for these courtesies I lend you thus such monies. So Shylock says, Signor Antonio means gentleman Antonio. He says that gentleman Antonio, many a time, that means many times and often you have insulted me at Rialto in front of so many merchants, and you have made fun of the rate of interest that I used to take from the people. Whatever money I used to earn, you made fun of that. And still I have tolerated it all. And I gave a shrug to my soldiers and just went off, because patience is the nature of our tribe. Our tribe people always bear everything with patience. You have called me many times misbeliever and a cutthroat dog. You have many a times spitted on my beard. Rheum means the spit. on my bed and on my Jewish gabardine. Gabardine means a long gown that the Jew people used to wear. So you have spitted not only on my bed but on my gabardine also. And you have many a times whenever I used to come to the threshold. Threshold means the entrance of your house. You had just kicked me out just like a stray dog. And you have made fun of all that I have earned till now. So shouldn't I say that can a dog have money? Can a dog give you 3,000 ducats? Or should I say, by bowing in front of you, sir, last Wednesday you have you spitted on me and you had kicked me like a dog. So for all those courtesies, I offer you 3,000 ducats. Then Antonio, I must like to call thee so again, to spit on thee again, to spurn thee too. If thou wilt lend this money, lend it not as to a friend, for when did friendship take a breed of barren metal of this friend? But lend it rather to thine enemy, who if break, thou mayest with better face exact the penalties. Antonio says, I will repeat these activities again and again. I will spit on you, I will insult you, I will kick you like a dog every time. So if you are giving me money on this loan, don't give me just like as giving to a friend. You can consider it as if you are giving to your enemy. You can take rate of interest. And if at any time your enemy is unable to pay you the amount that you say, then you can at your own will take whatever penalty you require from me. Shylock, why look you how you storm? I would be friends with you and have your love. Forget the shames that you have stained me with. Supply your present wants and take no doit of cents for my monies, and you will not hear me. This is kind I offer. Sherlock says, why are you growing angry? I am offering you a hand of friendship, and as a friend is giving to a friend, I can offer you money in that case without taking doit of cents means without taking any rate of interest. I'll give you just like that. And you will, aren't you hearing me? This is a kind offer that I'm giving it to you. So listen to be, you seem to be willing to listen to me. And I'm making a generous offer. If you want to take the money just as a friend, I can do it. And without taking any rate of interest, I can give it to you and I'll forget everything that you have done to me. You have insulted me, you have kicked me, everything I'll forget. And I'll give you just like a friend gives to a friend. Bassanio, this were kindness. Then Bassanio says, this is actually a kind offer. Shylock, this kindness will I show. Go with me to a notary, seal me there, your single bond, and in a merry sport, if you repay me not on such a day, in such a place, such sum or sums as are expressed in the condition, let the forfeit be nominated for an equal pound of your fair flesh to be cut off and taken in what part of your body pleaseth. Sherlock says, yes, this is a kind offer. For this thing, you will have to go with me to a lawyer. Notary means an official who prepares legal documents. So come with me to a lawyer and we will prepare a contract. A single bond means a bond in which you will have to sign only. He says to Antonio, you only have to sign. And that bond will be that if on such and such date you are unable to pay me such and such amount, I will take the exact amount of pound of flesh from any part of your body, whichever pleases you. So if the day is forfeited means if the day passes by, after 3 months also, if you are not unable to pay the amount, then I will have the full right to extract a pound of flesh from your body, from any part of your body, whichever pleases me. Antonio, content and faith, I'll seal to such a bond, and say there is such kindness to the Jew. Antonio says, you may be contented if you are satisfied with this. Okay, I am ready to sign this bond. And say there is much kindness in the Jew. Then he says that I will say so that Jew is a kind man. Then Bassanio, you shall not seal in such a bond for me. I'll rather dwell in my necessity. Bassanio requests Antonio that please do not sign such a bond because it is a dangerous bond. I'll be contented with whatever my situation is. I do not require 3,000 to get. So Antonio says, why fear not, man? I will not forfeit it within these 2 months. There is a month before this bond expires. I do expect return of thrice 3 times the value of this bond. Antonio says, do not be afraid, Bassanio. Already within 2 months, I'll be able to recover all the money because I'll be getting 9 times of the amount in the form of profit and I'll be able to pay him. So it will not be a forfeiture. So this means that Antonio is quite overconfident. He's quite overconfident and he is trying to say that I have a great confidence that all my ships will return back with 9 times the profit. Shylock, oh Father Abraham, what these Christians are, whose own hard dealings teaches them suspect. Thou thoughts of others. Pray you tell me this, if he should break his day, what should I gain? By the exaction of the forfeiture, a pound of men's flesh taken from a man is not so estimable, profitable neither as flesh of muttons, beefs, or goats. I say to by his favor I extend this friendship, if he will take it so, if not, adieu. And for my love I pray you wrong me not. Then Shylock says, O Father Abraham, what kind of men are these Christians? He says, what kind of men are these Christians? And their own harsh business dealings makes them suspect the motives of the other. Now they are having a harsh business dealing and still they are suspecting the motive of the other people. So he says that I request you to tell me this, even if Antonio were to fail to pay the amount of money, that means the date will be forfeited. I will take a pound of flesh of him. See, taking a pound of flesh from a man's body is not as profitable as taking flesh from a goat or any other animal, because from those animals you can prepare meat and so on. But what will be that of any profit to me when I'll be taking out the pound of flesh from Antonio's body? So if you think that it is a good contract that I have given you, then take it, otherwise goodbye. I am leaving. Then Antonio says, yes, Shylock, I will seal unto this bond. Antonio finally tells his decision that Shylock, I'll be signing this bond. Then Shylock, then meet me forthwith as at the notary's, give him directions from his merry bond, and I will go and purse the ducats straight. See to my house, left in the fearful guard of with thrifty knave, and presently I'll be with you. Shylock says, okay, so do one favor for me, that soon meet me at the notary's office. You go to the notary's office, ask him to prepare such and such bond. Until that time, I'll go to my house. I will collect 3,000 ducats, put it in my purse. And at the same time, I'll be able to keep a watch on my house, whose responsibility I have left to a foolish person. He's talking about Lancelot. So let me have a watch at my house also. By that time, you go to the notary's office and get this bond prepared. Then he exits. Who exits? Shylock. Antonio. Hi, the gentle Jew. This Hebrew will turn Christian. He grows kind. Antonio says, hurry up, gentle Jew. This Jew will change into a Christian. He will surely change his religion because he's becoming more kind. He's asking me to sign a bond. and giving me the money straight away. Bassanio, I like not for terms and a villain's mind. Bassanio says, I think there is some evil plan in his mind, so I don't think this bond is much good for us. Antonio, come on, there is come on. In this, there can be no dismay. My ships come home a month before the day. So Antonio says, come on, do not be afraid. There is no danger in this bond because I know before 1 month before the contract's date comes, before that only my ships will be back and I'll be getting the profit. So don't worry. There is nothing in this bond, nothing dangerous. Then both of them leave. And here the scene ends. So in this scene, we come to know that in this the bond story has started, after which what happens everybody will come to know in the next scenes. So here we come to know that Antonio believes that neither lend nor borrow money, but still because of his friend, for his friend Bassanio, he has come to Shylock and he is ready to sign the bond. And plus the thing is that in the bond, what is it? It is a single bond. Single bond means a bond signed by only one person. And the bond says that if the date is forfeited and Antonio is unable to pay the amount, then Shylock would extract 1 pound of flesh from Antonio's body from any part which pleases him. And later on, you people, those who are in 10th, they must have studied what happened. But those who are in 9th have to wait for the further scenes also. So if you have understood this scene, you can press the like button and subscribe to our channel. We'll continue with more scenes also. Thank you.